Good evening, everybody. We've got a bit of an echo already. Hopefully, it's not that. So, good evening, everybody. This is season 4, episode 2, and it is Father's Day. So, we are doing a little stream about Father's Day and appreciating all our male pets out there, our short-lived male pets. In that world, males tend to live for just a few months, not that long. They do their job and then that's it, they die off. So I thought I'd show a little bit of appreciation to all the males in the hobby and all the other hobbies out there as it's Father's Day. But before we crack on with Father's Day stuff, we're going to say a massive thank you to our sponsors of the show. We have Answer Us, who sponsors the show. Awesome pet shop and an awesome guy. Massive thank you to him for continued support. And obviously a massive welcome, thank you for joining us to everyone on YouTube, Twitch and Facebook, and anyone listening in the future on Spotify, Anchor and Apple Podcasts. We have been uploading loads of podcasts lately, but I'll talk a little bit about that later on. We're going to start the show with a little bit of fun because it's Father's Day and I've got some awesome kids. I keep breaking up. Well, if I keep breaking up, let me know. Hang on. Sounds like my signal. Right. Hang on. That might help. Let me know if that clears up. If it gets worse, let me know. But hopefully that'll clear it up. Where was I? So yeah, I've got some awesome children, as you know. I've got the amazing Amy and I've got Kayla, who I can't remember if you've got a name to your channel yet, have you? No, she hasn't got a name to her channel yet. So she is just Kayla, the big one. Yeah. Sit down then. They're very excited to be on the stream with me tonight. And they're already giggling, right? I don't know if you can hear this. So they are already giggling. Good evening, 8 legs, 4 wheels. Thank you for signing in, buddy. We are going to start with a little game. I'm going to tell some jokes. Now, each of these girls, I'm going to give 3 lives, right? 3 lives. Yeah, they're both holding up the number 3, which means they get to laugh twice. If they laugh a 3rd time, they lose, right? You've got to make it through all the jokes without losing all 3 lives. And if you do, you can have a bacon roll or something for breakfast in the morning. Oh,
from the bakery?
Yes, from the bakery. Rather than breakfast at home, it's a special treat. They can have it from the bakery near school. It's a special treat, you know. So, how's that sound?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm so
Right.
excited.
Right. So, they're not allowed to laugh to all of these hilariously funny jokes. Now, obviously, all the jokes tonight are child-friendly. So, you're more than welcome to send some more in, but keep them child-friendly. So let's just have a little start and see. Right, girls, sit down. Straight faces, no laughing from this point, right? Okay. I'm just going to start with the word toilet. Oh, both of them started grinning straight away. So, what do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick.
Oh. That's just simplistic. Amy lost a life.
That's right. All right. No, she hasn't lost life until I say. What does a cloud wear under his raincoat?
I don't know. IDK.
Thunderwear. Amy, you laughed.
I tried not to. It's so hard.
Oh, that's all right. You've got 2 lives left, okay? Okay.
Still got 3.
Kayla has so much of a straight face. It's going to be hard to get Kayla because she's a bit more strict. Right, so, okay, here we go. 2 pickles fell out of the jar onto the floor. What did one say to the other? Deal with it.
I know this one.
No, that was awful. What time is it when the clock strikes 13?
1 o'clock.
Time to get a new clock. That wasn't that good either. Hang on.
But it is 1 o'clock though. It is 1 o'clock.
Okay. What did one toilet say to the other toilet? You look a little bit flushed.
I couldn't help it.
Kayla, you were laughing as well. Right, they both lost a life to that one.
How am I laughing?
I
just
saw
smiling.
the smile cracking. That counts, right?
Fine.
Why can't Elsa have a balloon?
Because you're going to let it go.
Because she keeps letting it go. Yeah, let it go. Right, Kayla's lost another life.
Yeah.
That was me singing, which did that. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Me singing cracked her up. Right. So you've both got one life left, and then you don't get a bacon roll.
No, I like
You could have egg or sausage or something, whatever. Yeah. Oh no. How about I think you're going to win anyways? I think you'll get the prize anyways. Yeah, they are Christmas cracker jokes. They're not that great, but they're definitely child friendly. I could come up with some more jokes, but most of my jokes are not child friendly. We can save them for later on.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you call two birds in love? Tweethearts. No, nothing.
Sabotager.
How does a scientist freshen the breath? With experiments. How did that not make him laugh? I was laughing to that. Right, okay. We got to find something that's going to break the silence. Is that it? Right. No, that's all right. It's all right. Kayla's just burst into laughter for no reason at all.
Yeah, except for my cop.
Toilet. Oh, nearly got They look the word toilet. Right. What is a computer's favorite snack? Computer chips.
No, I'm out.
What is a tornado's favorite game to play? Twister.
I heard a little something from Amy.
Oh, nearly. Oh. How do you talk like a giant? Use big words. That got them both.
The echo vibe.
Yeah, we've got a bit. They don't hear the echo. We can hear the echo because I've got another speaker over there, so I can hear the playback. But yeah, that made you laugh. Right, couple more.
Have we lost?
Nah, you're all right.
Yay.
What's worse than finding a worm in your apple?
Finding 2 worms in the apple.
Find half a worm in your apple.
How would that work?
Because you've eaten the other half. I think we got you with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not me. I have 0 lives.
Right, now, all right, let's both of us try and make Kayla laugh, shall we?
But that means I don't get a roll.
You will get a roll regardless, don't worry.
Yeah.
You've both been amazing. You will both get a roll regardless.
Yay!
Yay!
I love rolls.
Okay.
Chair jumping.
Okay. Why did the kid bring a ladder to school?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because she wanted to go to high school.
Yeah, high school. High school.
Why did the dinosaur cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the dinosaur cross the road?
Because chickens weren't about yet.
Okay.
No, Kayla's unbreakable tonight. So what we're going to do now, and this will work. I know what will work, right? This. Katrina, if you PM'd it to me, I probably can't read it at the moment. Hey, what do you call an elephant that doesn't matter? Go on, Katrina, what's the punchline? Elephant that doesn't matter. I don't know. Elephant? No. No, we're waiting for it. We're waiting. It'll come through in a minute.
I hope so.
An irrelevant. I can't pronounce that, but you know what I mean. An irrelevant. That one.
An elephant.
Irrelevant. Elephant. Right. Anyways, now I know what will break Kayla because she is the unbreakable fortress of doom and solitude.
You're lucky.
Girls, sit down, behave, otherwise you will not come on stream again.
Okay.
Okay, right. Now this will break her. Ready? Steady? Here you go, Kayla, take over the stream.
Nah.
No, it's your turn. Here you go.
No,
Say
that ain't me.
And that was actually she hasn't got it in her to stream.
Yeah.
Not tonight, anyways. Not tonight. Is there anything that you guys want to say to the viewers?
I want to stay on forever.
No.
Yeah.
It's getting late and it is a school night, and you know what that means, girls?
No.
It's time for bed. Good night. Good night. Sleep well. Say good night to the viewers.
Good night, everybody. Have a good night.
There you go. Right, off to bed. Both of you be good.
See you next time, viewers.
Well done, girls. Thank you.
It's okay, Daddy. See you tomorrow.
Well, that was a bit of madness and a bit of fun. They're both super excited, as you might have been able to tell. Very well behaved. Kayla's a little bit overexcited at the moment, we could say, but it's all right. We can deal with that. It's been a good Father's Day. It's been a nice Father's Day. So who's done stuff for Father's Day? Let me know in the comments if you've done anything, if your other half has done anything, if you haven't done anything and just chilled for the day. Let me know what you've been up to. So as I said earlier, I thought I would spend a little bit of this stream appreciating the males of our different species of pet. And they didn't even shut the door when they left. There we go. So, the males of our pets. Now, like I said earlier, in the hobby, males don't tend to last very long. They do their job, or they don't do their job, and they tend to die out fairly early on. Now, this is the case with quite a lot of insects and inverts across the world. The males kind of have their one job to do, which is passing on their biological genes to the next generation. And then once that's done, they pretty much kill over and say goodnight. Quite often, they're not appreciated much in hobbies, especially in that ant hobby. No one particularly cares for the male ants. They're a bit of a pest. There we go. I just had to deal with intruders again. So yes, the males of especially the ant keeping hobby, they kind of underappreciated. So let's just talk a bit about them. So my males in my bullet ant tank, they're absolutely insane. I don't get too many. I have got a few males flying about all the time, which not necessarily a good sign when it comes to Diacama because they run off a gamma gate system. Again, one of the reasons they're underappreciated, they're just sort of there, and because they don't have another colony to fly off to, they're doing nothing. They've got no real purpose to their life, and it is a real shame. So I do like to care for the males. I don't like to just ignore them. I provide food and stuff enough for them as well. And as you've seen from some of my streams lately, they do just fly about the room, which is quite interesting. I catch them and I pop them back into the tank, and they do it again later on. But that's fine with me. That's absolutely fine. 8 legs and 4 wheels. Just reading your comment, you've lost 2 male tarantulas in the last 48 hours. One died of old age, and the other got munched by an overexcited female. There you go. Males tend to get the sharp end of the stick, we could say, when it comes to breeding and parents and things like that. You know what I mean? It would suck to be a male insect. Like, you'd be born as a beetle or whatever. You'd look down and be like, darn, I'm a male. Well, that's me done for. I don't know. Beetles are a little bit different, as far as I know. Most beetles, anyways. But yeah, Katrina, I really hope you haven't lost your gamma gate. I hope it more because the size of. Yeah, I know it will be a massive shame, but I am going to contact some people. Literally, it's on my list of jobs to do. I'm just working my way down the list. I've got a couple of people which have some gamma. One of them last week had some males. So I'm hoping that he's still in that, and with some between that colony. Also, you know what I mean. Yeah, oh yeah, 8 legs, literally, like, it's why I'm thinking that you don't know. It's said that you just don't know if it's happened. Like, even when I do add males into, is the signal going again? God. No, right, right, a little. No, yes, yes, no, maybe. I think it's. Right. I think I can work this. Yeah, I'm going to swap the thing a second. Might just whilst I swap it over to the better connection, which isn't coming up at the moment. That is good, 8 legs. That's really well done. Right, hopefully you can hear me. Let me know if you can or can't hear me. I'm swapping things about and trying to get the thing working. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. How odd. So where are we at? Can you hear me? Give me a comment if you can. If you can, if I'm breaking up, let me know. Brilliant. I'm hoping that's better. We will work off that for now. I do apologise for the rubbish quality at the moment. My internet is just awful. I've got the technicians coming out. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Because I've only just had this internet installed a few months back. And it's not cutting the biscuit, we could say. 699 subs, almost back to the magic 700. Mate, you're doing so well. Well done. absolutely amazing to hear that you're back on track. You know, it's nice to gain. As I was talking to you the other day, I watched my subs, and I think I've gained like 19 in the last week or two, but lost something like 20. You know, it's just not going up, not going down. It's just staying exactly where it is, but I'm losing lots and gaining lots at the same time, which is absolutely fine. I know what's kind of going on. Excuse me and my bad cough again. So, what other male ants have I got? I've got males in my Polyrhacus dives tank. Now they're everywhere, but they're really cool as well. I've only found a couple which have escaped the tank. They do obviously have holes at the top that they can just fly out of. It's not an issue at all. It's actually good fun to find the different ants around the house and be like, oh, there you go, kids. Watch out for that one. No, it's not. It's not something that I should allow to keep happening, but I'm not gonna worry too much about it either because they're only males. Now, I am hoping to obviously get females as well in the Polyrhacus dive tank because they can inbreed within the nest. That would be absolutely awesome if I can have like a larger colony, even though it is an absolutely ridiculous colony at the moment. I haven't seen any queen elates yet, not in the, but they might be in the nest. The nest has literally doubled in size since I last showed you it. It is massive. It's like, it's about a third of the size of the tank now. It's absolutely ridiculous. Don't know if you've seen the YouTube clips that I put up and up on my TikTok as well. I'll share the video a second. I'll do it onto my screen just so you can all have a quick look. But on TikTok as well, talking of TikTok, we've just reached over 100 followers on TikTok. That's pretty cool. If you are on TikTok and you haven't seen us yet, check it out. There is some exclusive videos which go on there. Most of them do make their way onto YouTube as well, but there is a couple of exclusives on there. So check out TikTok. As you know, any support is appreciated. Let's just have a little look-see look. Little look-see look. Polyrhacus dives against 50 waxworms. It's only a minute long, so it won't take long. But it was quite a cracker-lacking video, we could say. How do I full screen that? Can I not full screen it? Wow, that's annoying. Okay, we will do this and this. There we go. Ignore everything that's going on around the screen apart from the video. All the subscriptions and stuff. I believe those are down to Amy. Preston plays and stuff. That's not really my cup of tea, but she loves it. Anyways, here we go. This is the one I put out earlier. Have a little watch if we can. If we can. Okay, and it's not working, so we'll remove that for a second. I'll get it working. Hold on. How odd. Let's go to that one. Go to that one. Go to that one. Play. There we go. Right, I think it might behave itself now. Here we go. Play. Yeah. I'm turning the sound off because it's really annoying. But yeah, look at the size of the colony. It just gets absolutely insane in there. Absolutely insane. Obviously, you can't really see it very well on here, but check it out yourself if you want to have a little look-see look. Like, the numbers in there are ridiculous already, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. I'm excited by it, super excited by it. It's good fun. If you didn't see as well, the other day I did a little video whilst they were eating some honey, some solid honey actually, not the runny honey I normally do, but it was like more solidified honey. And they loved it. They were climbing all over it, not getting stuck at all because they're quite large, powerful ants, you know. And yeah, they were doing really well, enjoying themselves, smashing it in. They ate that entire load of honey. If you do watch that video, it's quite an impressive amount as well. And I do it in several locations, and they've eaten it all. You know, it's very impressive the amount of food that they can get through. So what other males have I got? I don't think I actually have many other males. I thought my scorpion might have been a male. Obviously, he has passed now. We're not sure about the mantis. Probably a female. Man-eater mantis. Speaking of my mantis, absolutely awesome. I come down this morning and there's two mantises. Now, I'm not stupid. I know there's not two mantises, but that means that my mantis has molted overnight. Now, I was talking to you just in the last stream saying I don't know how often they do molt or how soon I should expect the molt, but there we go. It's happened, which is really cool. You know, slightly larger means it can take on slightly more food, so on and so forth. I'm looking forward to being able to feed like a roach or something. I did try half a waxworm, but it's got no interest at all in going near it. So I'm just going to stick with the fruit flies for now, which is still like keeps it happy. So that's what it's all about for me, keeping them happy and whatever. Yeah, I'm talking into the microphone, but I've realised I'm using the other microphone. If I go quiet, shout at me in the comments because I keep leaning towards the wrong microphone. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm going to move that one out of my face. Out of my face. Hopefully that'll be a bit better. I'm getting in trouble for my bad English skills. No, I ain't got bad English skills. I've got my English skills. Oh, going back to talking about my dives. I'm doing it again. I'm leaning towards the mic, even though I pushed it away. Oh dear. So going back to my polyrachis dives, I told you they were escaping the other day. Yeah, we had continuous escapes for days. We did the barriers, we gave them food, so on and so forth. They just kept escaping. And then all of a sudden it stopped again. So I don't know what they're playing at. Like all of a sudden they do that. Like you distract them, give them enough food, give them something to do, and that's it. They basically just forget about it and go back to normal living. Let's chuck a couple more waxworms in for the bullet ants because I like to give them 4 to 6 at a time when I'm doing feeding sessions for them. We've only had 2 so far tonight, so 8 legs. If I said in the other stream, if you want to get in contact with me, buddy, I'll sort that out for you. If you've got nowhere else sending them, I will be, you know, I'll be there for you. Definitely, 100%. In fact, yeah, no, you should. Yeah, like they say, get in contact, buddy. Definitely. Oh, hey, Leanne's one. Oh, I'm never going to pronounce that right. Leanne S. Yeah, okay. Hello. Thanks for signing in. It's really awesome that you're here again. I hope you enjoy the stream. We're just chatting about male pets, really, the males in the pet trade. Well, I'm chatting about all sorts. I've gone completely off topic as I always do, and I'm leaning towards the wrong mic again. I've turned that mic off. Go back to this mic. Stop it. Bad, Tom. Bad. Right. So, anyways, what am I? Yeah, we were just talking about the males in different hobbies. Obviously, very often underappreciated. They don't live very long in many of the species that we care for. And yeah, I think we should spend just a little bit of time thinking about them today, as it is Father's Day. And without the male ants, our colonies wouldn't survive, you know? That would be that. It is cool watching them drag it around. See, I don't do live feeds with any other ant colony apart from these They are aggressive hunters. They love the hunt. You know, they really enjoy this, and they're built for it. Obviously, waxworms have no way of biting them or harming them in any way. So yeah, it's the only live feedings that I do. I do roaches as well, but I'll chop their heads or smush them in some way so that they can't harm the colony, because that would be my concern, that they'd work their way into the nest or something like that and cause damage. Good evening, Dan72. Thanks for watching. I remember inspecting every tarantula molt in the hope that they didn't have a male. See, that's interesting. Is that because males live for shorter periods and so on? You would prefer to own a female? That makes a lot of sense, actually. Katrina, that's really kind of you to say. I was just reading your comment. Thank you very much for that. It's really kind of you to say that. I do appreciate all the support that everyone gives me. It's absolutely awesome. Obviously, with all your support, I've been able to put in some amazing work, and we're getting some really cool stuff achieved for the hobby. We're putting on the largest ant event in the world ever. We've got the world's first ant subscription boxes. We've got educational packages, free educational downloads. I am now going to be running more and more workshops. I've had offers from other youth clubs and youth event sort of things asking me if I'll come run workshops for them, which again is just spreading the hobby even further. It's absolutely amazing. And I couldn't do any of this without your support. So I just want to say I really do appreciate it. This chat show is such great fun, but it is the basis of what we do here. It brings, you know, with all of you here in the chat show, it really fuels me and drives me to get these things done and whatever. Being interactive, being able to talk to you and find out what is missing from the hobby and so on and so forth, you know, it really drives me to do better, improve things for you. So yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone coming in, watching these, supporting me in any way, shape or form. You're all absolutely spectacular. I'm just going through what I have talked about, what I haven't talked about. Yeah, afraid to check mail. So sad when you get mails. See, it's a massive shame that it is like that in the hobby. It's completely understandable, and you know, it's not a bad thing. You should have never feel guilty about it. But it is a massive shame that males are so underappreciated and not necessarily unwanted, but you would much prefer a female. Yeah, males, they've got their place, but you know, it's not a big place in the hobby, is it? I'm not opening a can of beer. That's a can of Relentless, which is just as bad, but I don't drink, as you know. So Relentless it is. Which again fuels me. Gotta have my fuel. But we have done so much work today. Even though it's Father's Day, I do not stop. You know, I never stop. If I'm awake, I am working. Working on myself, working on the ants, working on something. So today we have got shed loads of episodes of this chat show uploaded to Spotify, Anchor, and now Apple Podcasts. You can find the whole of season 1, 2, and 3. There's bonus episodes being uploaded currently. If not, they're already on there. Loads of stuff on the podcasts now, so make sure you check out podcasts if you have missed any episodes, or if you just want to try and find those bonus episodes, which will not be available on any of the other platforms. We have done loads of interviews which you haven't been able to watch. I've done audio recordings and dictaphone things and written things. all of which is accumulated into more episodes, which I haven't done live because they weren't live. So we have bonus episodes to give you. So more and more content. I have got lots of videos lined up, being filmed and edited. I've got new editing software, so it's taking a little bit longer. I'm putting everything through that now. Even the videos that I had ready, I've got rid of all of that. Putting it through this new editing software. Just it should be a slightly cleaner shot, so on and so forth. And it gives me a little bit more ability of what I can do. Good evening, Happy Ant, buddy. Nice to see you. Just catching up on your chat. What else was I talking about? So when I go from talking to the chat, I just lose absolutely everything that I was going to say. Completely forget everything. It's good like that, isn't it? Well, that's funny. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about the podcast, wasn't I? But yeah, so you know about that now. I can move on from the podcast. There's a point, like you say, I lost track of thought, just gone completely. Gone. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. We can deal with that. Oh dear. Now, as well as the podcast, I have obviously been working hard on these chat shows. You don't know how much effort goes into these chat shows behind the scenes. Lots of planning, like weeks ahead. Start planning and researching and sending emails and so on and so forth. So, as a massive, if you want to help me, you're more than welcome to suggest people to me to come onto the chat show that haven't been yet, and I will contact them, or even get in contact with some of your friends that you might feel would be great for us to interview. Anyone that you might know, recommend them the chat show, tell them to get in contact with me. I'm always accepting new applicants on the show, as you know. We'd love to hear about all these different people in all the different hobbies, and not much is restricted. So you're more than welcome to, if you want someone you know on the show, give them a little message, send them my way, and I'll see what I can work out. We've got lots of dates available over the next forever, so send them my way. But obviously, we do have quite a few good, interesting people already lined up for you, because that's what we do here at Ants on the Rock. We set up interviews and stuff. We do lots of stuff here at Ants on the Rock, including our sub boxes, which I've mentioned a couple of times. Those sub boxes are going really well. Quite a few of them going out every month now. It's quite a lot to take to the post office, to be honest. It's good fun. I'm loving it. Absolutely over the moon with the way it's gone. And we are just about to enter the second stage. For those of them which, the minute the subscription boxes came out, those people which signed up to it straight away are just about to enter the second stage of the learning process. Now, the year's subscription broke up into 3 different stages. The first stage is Lasius niger. You learn about Lasius niger. You get the formicarium on the 4th month. On the 5th month, you start stage 2, which is Lasius flavus, and we're going to teach you a completely new way of looking after your ants, like different style of formicarium, so on and so forth. And that will go on until month 8. And then month 9 comes in, you're in stage 3, you get Mesobarbarus, which again, we're going to show you another new way of keeping them, completely different to the other 2 ways. Lots of information, lots of learning. It's absolutely amazing. Like I said, I'm really happy. I cannot wait to send out the next stage. Lots and lots of effort have gone into every piece of information in it. I've done everything myself. Yeah, really good, really good. I'm super happy. So I know it doesn't matter if you haven't signed up to the subscription service. Don't feel bad at all, because you all support me just by being here. You know what I mean? Don't feel bad that you don't have like yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Obviously, if you want a subscription box, sign up to it. You get lots of amazing stuff in there, and we're getting more and more deals offered to us, and working with some really large companies. So more and more stuff's going to be getting put in those boxes, making it much better value for money without raising the price, as long as everything goes to plan. Right, hang on. To be honest, if it was the case, I wouldn't feel left out. I'd call it out and for. So I'll just keep trying to keep track of the comments. I've got. If I turn my head towards the comments at the minute, then my head kind of drifts towards the microphone, which is turned off. So I'm facing the other way, but I have to keep turning for the comments, and it's not flowing as easy as it would normally. Sometimes I can multitask and talk and read at the same time. Not so much at the minute. So, what has everyone else been up to for Father's Day on this amazing day that it is? Now, did you know? Here we go. Did you know International Man's Day is apparently the same day as World Toilet Day? That's not very good, is it? Happy Ant, I have seen that there's going to be ant stalls at more invert events. That's really cool. I've actually booked into one myself, but I haven't had it like confirmed yet, obviously. So I'm not saying much more than that. But yeah, it's something we've started looking into doing as well. Obviously, we're running our workshops anyway, so it's not far different to going to these events and doing exactly the same. I'm less of a what's the word? Less of a vendor as such, to more of a educational store, we could say. Yeah, I did see that Ants HQ, Ants Antics, and Wakushi. I would be super excited about Ants HQ being there. That would be absolutely amazing. Obviously, Ant Antics and Wakushi had their event not long ago, so that's kind of like, you know what I mean? But Ants HQ would be amazing again because it's another big one. There we go. Just reading through some comments, reading through my list, catching up again. Who's excited about the rain? I know that's really silly, but actually I have it written down to talk about the rain. I'm excited about the rain because it's been super hot here lately. Too hot. Do they carry the waxworms away to eat them, or do they eat them like they normally carry them away? They'll subdue them and then carry them back to the nest, and that's the last time you'll see them. Um, but what was I saying? Yeah, I'm really excited about the rain. It's been too hot, especially around here, way too hot, and it's hopefully going to trigger a nuptial flight. I'm not promising that, obviously, but I'm gonna say hopefully. Yeah, Dan, there you go. So I was just reading the comments as they were coming through. Yeah, so I'm hoping that the humidity and pressure and everything, like you say, it will lead to nuptial flights. Really hoping. It's getting quite late in the year, so they're waiting for it. You know, all the ants are waiting for it. So hopefully, just hopefully, it will be the right sort of environment, and we will be in luck. So, is anyone going out hunting for ants after nuptial flights? I'm going out, but I'm not too worried about what I catch. But I always get excited to go out. I'm going to hopefully be showing a couple of people locally how to catch ants. That'll be great fun. You know what else is great fun? Actually, talking about Mesa Minor. All of my Mesa Minor queens now have workers. Now, I've never owned Mesa Minor colonies before, but I think they're absolutely stunning ants. They're um, really fun to look after and keep so far. I don't know. I don't know. I found them really cool. But yeah, all of my Mesa Miners now have workers. I'm waiting for the next delivery, and I'll have fresh queens again. But all of them have workers. Most of my colonies now have workers. We haven't got many singular queens left. Just waiting for that next delivery to come in. It might also spur on the crab molts bringing the bigger smooth hound to the temp. Yeah, yeah, it would. In fact, we've had lots of sharks and crabs and stuff on Chesil Beach lately. In fact, Chesil Beach has been absolutely teeming with mackerel again. It is normally at this time of year they start coming over from wherever they come over, and we've got world class fishing here at Chesil Beach. If you don't know it, I'm sure if you're into fishing, you do know it. But yes, you are right. And I have caught a couple of smooth hounds in the past, and they are quite impressive sharks. Very powerful. I wouldn't want to catch a large one. There we go. See you later, Eight Legs. Thanks for popping in, buddy. Really great to chat to you. We'll catch up again very soon. You awesome man. Happy Ant. There, I'm not 100% sure, but there has been a few people blocked lately. Um, Mainly we've had some complaints, we can say. So there's been a few people blocked from the streams. I think it's only temporary measures at the moment, but we've had a few complaints from other viewers. So just to stop that in the nip that in the bud, I think is the word. Good evening, Ant Ramblings. Thanks for popping in, buddy. Always welcome here. Forget that long beach walk. Shot dropping from Chesil Piers are where the fun is. Yes, you're right there, Dan. That long beach walk isn't too bad for me though, because where I live, I can get onto Chesil Beach in less than 5 minutes walking, and I'm usually in a good spot. I know roughly where the spots I like to go are. Excuse me. And they're not too busy generally when I get there. See, I've got the perfect spot. Um, if you want to go down there anytime, feel free to give me a message. I'll take you to a couple of my spots. One of the locations that I go to, I get loads and loads of sharks coming up. Only small ones, but it's great fun, you know. Yeah, happy. I did have a couple, I'm afraid. Um, Message me privately because I'm not going to talk about it on stream. But message me privately and I can explain a couple of things. But it's not like anything against her, if you know what I mean. It's just politics. Did I hear about ant disaster? I want to hear about your ant disaster, ant ramblings. I don't think I have heard about it. Let us know what's happened. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. Okay, out in Essex, but was an Angry Club weekend away when I was last there. Had yeah, loads and loads of hounds, loads of hounds. But what I like to do is get a little spinning rod and go and take mackerel off. Absolutely great fun on a spinning rod. Don't say you're getting wrong. No, happy anti-K. That's exactly what I'm trying not to do because it's absolute pain in the backside. All of that taking sides. Like there seems to be a massive divide, doesn't there? So I'm just sort of trying to stay neutral in it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous to be honest. And that's like that's the biggest issue in the ant world is this massive divide. Now I know a lot of rumors get talked about everyone. Like I see regular screenshots about stuff that's talked about me. I see um, some people um, what's the word for it? They kind of like follow my potential sales and talk slander about me to people I'm in contact with, that sort of thing. I know about it. It's just ridiculous. Like, and I don't particularly care because I'm not in it for the money. But it annoys me that it's going to hold the ant keeping hobby back. That no one wants to work with each other. Everyone's sort of jealous, and it's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, I come from the world of strongman. In the world of strongman, we all support each other, even if you're like neck and neck competing. The minute you finish your set or whatever, you go and scream your lungs out and encourage your competitors. That's just the way it is. It just seems crazy the way it's like so divided in the ant world and such a silly thing to be divided over. Happy Ant, I'm more than happy to answer your questions. You know that, buddy. Just catching up on your comments again. Um, Message you too. Yeah, I will do. Yeah, honesty is the best policy. That's it. And look, I always try and be as honest about everything. Any issues I'm having and all of that. I can't keep a secret. You know me. Um, but it's just a massive pain. You know what I mean? I can't be asked with it. I just want to help this hobby progress and everyone to get along. That's it. Like, even if I don't have an answer for you or the worst answer going, you know what I mean? I'll always tell you truthfully that I haven't been able to do something or like, there's no point in lying or hiding because it all comes out. Truth always comes out. Um, and like I say, I've got nothing to hide. I'll always do my best, and my best might not ever be good enough, but I'll always do my best. You know what I mean? It just annoys me the way there's a lot of people just backstabbing out there, and I just can't work it out. You know what I mean? Can't work. Excuse me. My bad cough just hasn't got better. It's got slightly better, and then it's got worse again. Dan 72. There you go. Exactly that. I mean, my aim with the exhibition, like I said from the start, is to kind of bring the hobby to the public masses. Um, I've got a bit of behind the scenes stuff going on that's going to hopefully blow up pretty huge. But bringing like
inverts and reptiles and everyone together at a show that's based around ants. I'm really hoping we sort of bring it to the wider masses and make it more of a recognizable thing. Because even in the invert world, saying you're an ant keeper can be, they laugh at you a little bit. Not laugh, but, they take them aback, which is fine. But I want to sort of bring it out and be like, oh, you're an ant keeper. That's awesome. Let's talk more about that rather than you keep ants. What? So yeah, I really hope it's going to, expand the hobby in that way. Next year, we're already looking into next year. Small plans are being made, talks are being made about it. There's a group that I've started on Facebook where I'm going to add all the vendors and exhibitors and guest speakers so that they can stay up to date and have a little bit of input as well into all of the future events that are happening. We should have 2, maybe 3 events, maybe even 4 events next year. We're looking at all sorts of different things, but we've definitely got one massive event, which is going to be the ant exhibition, another event, which is the awards ceremony, and we're looking at other things as well. Excuse me. So yeah, the exhibitions are going to be here to stay, and they're going to get bigger and better and awesome, which is super exciting. Happy Ant, yeah, you're connecting the invert and ant people for a while. Yeah, it's like it's a great way to go about it, I think, because the ant keeping hobby is big for ant keepers, but we need to get to more of a recognizable state. I don't know if that's the right words to put in, but you know what I mean. What's the awards ceremony? Great question. So this year just gone, or that we're going through, I did the first ant keeping awards, where I sent out surveys all around the world, as many as I could. I got back thousands of responses. And then we did, I think it was just one category, and it was the best ant shop that you've bought from in the previous year. So we're going to be repeating that at the end of this year. We're going to send out lots of surveys. There's going to be a few more categories. And then in February sort of time, we'll be having the ant keeping awards. It will only be a small event. A much smaller event than the exhibitions, but it will be sort of open to anyone that wants to be there, if you know what I mean. It'll probably be free or very minimum price, depending on what I can wrangle with sponsorships and whatnot. And it just means that we can hold more of an actual event. There obviously there will be exhibits, there'll be vendors, there'll be everything else, but there'll just be like a little red carpet and an awards ceremony going on in the corner sort of thing. I think it's great to recognise the good efforts that people are putting in. Some of the ant shops are absolutely phenomenal with the effort that they put in behind the scenes, trying to help the ant keeping hobby. I'd like to recognise that if the public feels it's worth it. So yeah, it's just something that I started, and I want to keep it going again. The ant keeping awards, it's going to be an annual thing, international. I sent out certificates last year. Go get better stuff, and it will only get better every year. So that's in February, and then in August time we'll be looking at doing the exhibition again, and then a couple of smaller events going on throughout the year as well. You've been bitten by a crocodile. That's quite intense. I was just reading through those comments. Yeah, I couldn't deal with crocodile. I've eaten crocodile. I don't want to be eaten by a crocodile though. Sort of reverse roles for a bit. No, thank you. So looking forwards, looking forwards, looking forwards. We have all sorts of interesting things happening at the moment. I've got a few empty enclosures which are being filled over the next few weeks. And some awesome stuff happening, which I'll post about it. Patreon will hear about them first, because my Patreon supporters always hear about my new things first, and then I will release it properly when it's time to. You know what I mean. So yeah, we've got a few new things coming. We've got lots of big things happening behind the scenes, some of which I will be telling you about. Oh, good evening, Campanotic Ants. Thank you for signing in. I hadn't noticed that you were here. I apologise. Anyone I haven't said hello to, I thoroughly apologise. I do try and keep up with it all, but it's kind of, you know what I mean. When I get into a rant, I just start talking. And then I forget what I'm talking about, and yeah, it all just goes like now. Was a two-foot dwarf species, the person handling it. Wow, very cool. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We've got lots of big things happening behind the scenes that I will tell you about when the time comes, and I will show you all the new things that I buy when the time comes. We got some big old bioactive enclosures to fill, so I will obviously show you the process on a few of those builds. Some of those builds are going to be insane. I've been doing some research in ways to do things that, if you asked anyone else in the hobby, they'd probably say I'm crazy, but I know I can make it work, and I can make it awesome. Much like my massive multi-species tank, they said it wasn't gonna work because it's not a normal way of doing things, and I did it my way, and I made it work. Not saying that is always the best way to go about it, but I know my stuff. I've done my research, we could say, and so these new tanks gonna be phenomenal. One of them especially has never been done before on the internet. I don't know if it's been done anywhere in the world. It's absolutely insane sort of ideas that I had, but it's going to be great fun. It's going to be interesting learning process, and that's what it's all about. Learning, sharing my fails, where I go wrong, and having some fun with it, really. As you know, I love my bioactive builds. Massively into my bioactive builds. Anything bioactive. I always have been. I prefer bioactive to artificially made. I don't know why. I just do. Even though you get less viewing pleasure, you just get more of a natural sort of environment, and I really like that for my ants. Not saying that either way is better than the other though. But yeah, we do have, yeah. I do like my bioactive. In fact, I've been called the king of bioactive setups by two people now, which is quite interesting. I'm not going to say no to that title. I won't debate it, but I won't say no. You know what I mean. Yeah, see, Happy Ant, I thought the same thing, but like I said, I'm not going to debate it if someone wants to say it to me. Right? The thing, I just haven't based the whole everything around bioactive. That's the difference, isn't it? King of bioactive makes it sound like you eat a lot of beans. I find bioactive a bit annoying, as you can't see your brood and queen. Yeah, I mean that is the issue, isn't it? Viewing pleasure is just not there. But I like to see the ants in the natural setup. You know, I don't know what it is. Yeah, happy. It did put a smile on my face. It's always nice to get a compliment about anything. You know that it's always nice to feel kind of that you're doing something right. Now, if someone wanted to call me the king of chat show stream things, now that would be cool. You're the king. You're the king of being a happy Ant UK, and that's all that matters, buddy. I'm sure you've got. Like, we haven't ever talked properly about what other talents you have. I'm sure you've got lots that you're king of. I think it mostly comes down to confidence and just saying, "Yeah, I'm damn good at this, and I'm a bloody king." Screw it, you know. Yeah, Dan. With ants, some of the ant like this setup that you're seeing here, like they completely remodel. I mean, look at that hole. They've completely remodeled this setup. That test tube was once upon a time on the top of the ground, and now it's like completely buried because they remodeled it. Like you say, they destroyed the setup. Mesobarbarus are really bad for doing that as well. Quite a few ants. Some are really tidy and just like little tiny holes, but some of them just destroy everything. You're the king of being forgotten or blending into the background. That's not good, man. Well, don't blend into the background. Like, get out there and smash it. If you do end up coming to the event in Bristol, the ant exhibition, it's your superpower. Fair enough. If you do come to the exhibition, we're gonna have to have a really good chat and like just really get to know each other properly because then you start, yeah, you got my sort of sense of humor. It's not about who started it first or whether one setup looks like someone else's. It's about enjoying the hobby and sharing ideas. Well, it was, yeah. I mean, again, like I always just do my thing. I don't particularly care about things like that. I just do what I want. But I quite often get messages from people say, "Oh, you should have done that. It's like what they're doing or whatever." And it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing what I enjoy." I don't know. It's one of them things, and it's a difficult one. But you know, I'm just gonna keep doing what I enjoy doing, and yeah, I'd never tell anyone to stop doing something. That's just the way I am. But whatever. Moving on from all of that, because I don't even like talking about it. You know, it just brings everything down, doesn't it? Superpowers. Let's talk about superpowers. If you could have a superpower, we got 10 people in a chat, and we haven't even done a duck race yet. But if you could have a superpower, what superpower would you have? Now, most people go super strong, invincible, something like that. My superpower would be from talking to people, I would be able to know their true intentions. That's my superpower. Now I've said that ever since I was young. That's not just due to current situations. But yeah, I've always said if you're able to read someone's true intentions just by talking to them, that would be a really good superpower because you could always sort of know what to expect and how a situation can turn. Yeah, I just think that would be a really handy superpower, especially in this modern world. You have the power to make people say, I can't say that, believe it or not. Yeah, I can't say that. There we go. Normally I say I can't say it because I ain't got no teeth, which is 100% true, and it's really hard to talk sometimes. But I'm not going to say it because that's your superpower, making people say it. Mike Oxmall. Oh no, I said it. Your superpower worked. Well done. Oh dear. Anyone else got superpowers that they claim to have, do have? Can you juggle? That's a bit of a superpower. I cannot juggle. I can do a little bit of magic. I can make my coins disappear into ears, come out of pretty much anywhere. I'm pretty good at that one. But I'm not very good at superpowers, really. So I'm just trying to bring up a duck race. We'll see what happens. But I think my internet on that side has just about had it. It's not happy with me at all. Don't know why. It's one of those things. So we might not be able to do a duck race at this point in time, which is actually rubbish because we always have a duck race. Yeah, happy, and I agree with that. That would be great. That's what I mean. Like, if you could like just tell when people are lying to you or when they've got something else like going on in the background, that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? You'd always come out like well off. Not well off, but you'd be all right because you know when someone's trying to screw you, which is awesome. In this world, someone's always trying to screw you, so it'd be nice to know who. Dear, oh dear. We are heading towards the end of the stream, just to let everyone in the chat know. We're not quite there yet, but we are heading that way. I am starting to run out of things on my list, and my internet's just playing up, so I can't even read chat comments anymore. Well, I can, but I'm going to have to like lean my head right over here, and it's going to be awkward. But I shall do it for the love of the community. Oh, hang on, we might have it coming back. I can't tell, honestly. It's not happy. Right, hang on, I've got chat back up. That's a start. That's a start. Make your bank balance disappear in my Sims 4 game. My Super. See, isn't it Motherload? You just type in, you hold the Control C or whatever it is to bring up the console button, and then yeah, Katrina, it's like being back at when I worked at the pub. We used to have to shout at last orders, whatever. Sometimes I do reverse it and say we go on for longer, but when I start running out of things to talk to you about, we either head down a dark road or you get completely bored. So we've learned to stop doing that and end the stream before we get to that crossroads, we could say. Oh, good evening, Mark, buddy. I haven't seen you in here yet, I don't think. Sorry. Good evening. Yeah, that's it. Money 9999. I thought it was Motherload. Either way, there's cheats on Sims. I know that because the kids do them. My wife does them. And yeah, you get a load of money. All I like to do is build houses. So I get myself a load of money, build myself a cool house, move a family in, and then turn the game off, basically. Sims is okay, but it's not really a game for me. I don't want to. I don't want to fail at another life. My God. No, I've got other stuff I play. I've been getting really into a couple of games lately. Nothing special. Been playing Fallout again. Been playing Skyrim again. And what was the other one? Oh, Assassin's Creed Origins. It's on the Xbox Game Pass. Gave that a little go. It's been all right. It's not amazing, but I've kind of gone off the Assassin's Creed series. Now we're talking games now. We've gone off ants. Now I don't know who in the chat plays Assassin's Creed. Let me know if you do. Give the stream a little like if you watch Assassin's Creed. See what I done there? It might work. Probably won't. Fireballs all round. So yeah, Assassin's Creed. I played all the way up to Black Flag. Sort of, I got really into Black Flag, but not the storyline of it. And I've lost interest in the storyline. Now the gameplay is sort of it's not that great. Everything's oversimplified, like the free running's oversimplified, the fighting's sort of weird, and I don't know, I just didn't enjoy the gameplay much. I love the scenery, I love the game, but the actual storyline and the gameplay is starting to put me off. And it's a little bit of a shame because I enjoy it, and I think I'm going to watch a lot of the lore to do with Assassin's Creed because it's a really interesting story. But I'll probably stick that on in the background whilst I'm feeding my ants or something and just listen to it. But yeah, so do you play Assassin's Creed? Let me know what you thought of it. other things I've been massively let down by, believe it or not, were the Star Wars Battlefront games. Was it Battlefront or Battlefield? Battlefront, wasn't it? I played the originals on PlayStation. Absolutely amazing games. It was like the first one where they would say, there's 500 men on your team, 500 men on their team, go at each other. Absolutely phenomenal game, especially for the time it came out. Number one and number two. Number two even had space battles. Now they've remastered that and made it rubbish. Like, it's more online. You pretty much just like one character against like five other. It is rubbish. It's not on the same scale. It's not the same game, and it really let me down. I was expecting much better. Now there is a lot of new Star Wars content coming out. We can talk about that in a second. But obviously, 2 was a pay-per-play setup. See, I can't work out why it was rubbish. I was so excited to play it, and it was rubbish. But yeah, so they are working on new Star Wars games. One of them being an open world game. How cool is that going to be, especially if you're flying between planets? They did a little bit of that in Knights of the Old Republic, 1 and 2. If you played that series, they're probably some of the best Star Wars games ever released. They're looking at doing a number 3 as well, but I don't know if that's been confirmed yet. But the way it was open world, but you had sort of objectives that you had to follow in certain locations. So you always ended up going along the same paths, but you could do them in what order that you liked and fly between planets. So I think that was absolutely cool. Eve, I've heard of Eve, but I haven't played it. Yeah, so I'm really hoping with that open world game, maybe you start as like a normal person, you get discovered to be force sensitive, so on and so forth. You go through all the training, that would be phenomenal. If you've got to like, go about doing the Jedi, yeah, awesome. And then hopefully you've got a chance to turn into Sith as well, or follow the dark side, because obviously you don't just be Sith. You know what I mean? But yeah, Star Wars, absolutely awesome. Obi-Wan series has been brilliant lately. My internet just keeps kicking off. The comments just keep disappearing from the side of me, which is a bit annoying, to be honest. But we'll get him back in a second. But yeah, so the Obi-Wan series has been absolutely brilliant so far. If you haven't watched it yet, I do suggest watching it, having a little look. Even if you're not that into Star Wars, I feel it really does it fills in a lot of gaps. There's lots of cool Easter eggs in there which relate back to the prequels and the original series. Me being a massive Star Wars fan, absolutely loving it. If you are on PC, get EA Play 10 a year. There's a couple of Star Wars games. Oh, I like that. No spoilers for Obi-Wan. We won't talk spoilers. But I will say it's been a really good series. And like I said, I've really enjoyed all the Easter eggs and references to the other films. It's been a bit of a shame that, like everything, there's people giving them backlash about this and that. It's just get over it, enjoy the content, and appreciate them still putting it out like 40 years or whatever it is after the originals. That's my view on it anyways. I love Star Wars. I'm never going to moan. And the chat just keeps disappearing. I got it back up for about 30 seconds or a minute then, and then it just disappeared. So by the looks of it, we are heading towards the end of the stream again. If you've got anything that you want to say or let me know, or want anything, whatever, say it now, because we are heading towards the end. And as always, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for watching. You've been absolutely amazing and spectacular again. Loads of comments, lots of interaction, and lots of fun. Thank you for being so kind to my lovely children again. They enjoyed themselves, even if they were a little bit silly. They enjoyed themselves, and they really do enjoy being on the streams. And you're such a great community. I feel comfortable doing that. If you weren't, I wouldn't bring them on. So thank you for that, and obviously thank you for watching me, listening to me talk rubbish forever. I wish I could put a duck race on, but my internet on the computer is not working at the moment. So I can't even do a duck race. I can't see the chat. I can't do anything on the computer. I'm just on the basic technology on my phone, I'm afraid. Just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything, because, like I say, it's just disappeared from the side of me, which makes it a little bit difficult to read. Massive thank you to my Patreon supporters. We have Stacey, we've got Katrina, and we've got Jason. Absolute legends, all of you. Obviously, I say this all the time. If you want to get involved in supporting us with Patreon, check it out. It's only £3 a month. And all the money made from it just goes straight back into making these streams a bit better quality for you. We do have engineers coming out very soon to sort out some of the technologies that we're using and improve the tech as well. So that's obviously got a price to it. All of that money goes towards those sorts of things. So a massive thank you for sponsoring me in that way. You're all absolutely awesome. And massive thank you again to Answer Us for sponsoring the streams. Absolutely a phenomenal shot and a phenomenal guy. If you can't find what you want with me, I always suggest going to Answer Us first. Check my Discord. I will have a look when I finish the stream. Obviously, I'm on my phone for streaming at a minute, so I can't see any like messages or anything. But I'll have a look in a minute. And I think I have covered everything. I think we are good. I hate like leaving these streams and feeling like I forgot to say something. So as always, massive thank yous for signing in, being absolutely awesome, keeping the chat going, and just being great people in general. Sign in. What day is it? It's Sunday today. Sign in again on Wednesday. I think so far we haven't got anyone booked in for Wednesday, but we do on the following Sunday. So you might get me, you might have a last minute interview get in there. We shall see what happens. As you know, I will be up late this evening, working hard, trying to secure more interviews, as I always am. So I think that's about it. I'm going to love you and leave you. You've all been fantastic. Give me a message if you want me. And we shall speak again at the next episode. So as always from me, I'll see you again soon, Ant fans. Thank you very much.